Entertainment. What's up, guys? My name is Akasan.
Hey, Super Cruise, DC-san.
And, sorry, we were on break last week from The Flash because myself and DC-san and Callie were also doing a CW spin-off that we can proudly announce will be on the air in one multiverse or another.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I'm sure somebody's going to check it out.
Someone check it out.
The BET version of the world. The BET universe.
BET universe.
Where does that leave Callie? Anyways, minorities. Anyways, let's get into what we're really interested in here, and that is the return of the Flash, Gorilla City, baby. What's up, Gorilla City?
I'm looking forward to it. The even the pic for it, it just looks like this. It kind of reminds me of a pyramid.
I feel like this is where all the Flash's money was going into this season. Like, for some reason, we've had a lot of slow-ass episodes.
Right.
So it's like, okay, just you guys wait. Please don't leave us yet. This is going to be the episode because this is where the entire budget went into, I hope.
I'm hoping. Or it's split between this episode and another crossover episode.
Oh, the Supergirl one that's coming up fairly soon. So, and I did watch Supergirl last night. I thought it was going to be some type of lead-into with Mixaplex.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to lead into something where the crossover, but it did not. So,
which is kind of a good thing.
Yeah,
because that would have been
weird.
A stretch. Well, not so much that it's weird, but it would have been a stretch for, what, 2 to 4 different shows with that character. It'd have to be so much going on at once. I'm still hoping for another 4-way television crossover. As opposed to just 2 shows.
But I heard Arrow and Legends are going to cross over, and Flash and Supergirl are going to cross over separately like that.
All right.
So
I'm okay with that.
I don't know. My whole thing was that they're supposed to be doing a musical, so I figured the only way to do a musical legitimately would have been with Mixaplex. So
or Music Meister.
Oh,
is it Music Meister? Music Master?
Music
Meister, I think. I don't remember.
That for sure is your side of the universe there.
Yeah, that's one of those interesting characters where it's just weird.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Without further ado, let's get into the big one here. This is episode 13 of the season 3 of The Flash. Gorilla City is in the house. Your reaction to it starts now. Oh, snap.
Kind of reminds me of me and you. Where Arrow was.
Oh! Now that's an intro.
Yeah.
A search party went in after them, but all they found were the bodies. All of them beaten to death.
You guys are looking all old.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's right.
She doesn't know.
Oh, yes. That's how you say good morning, people. With hugs. Hi.
Jesse, that's not who you think it is. This is HR. You met him briefly before you left last time.
Oh.
At your service, madame. I'm going back to Earth, too.
Hey.
I suppose you'll want somebody to come with you who's going to open those breaches for you.
We had so much fun last time.
I'm in.
I'm a speedster now, okay? I can take care of myself.
I know, which is exactly why I need you to stay here. I mean, this city needs protecting while we're gone. Besides, maybe you can teach Wally a thing or two.
What else are you talking about?
Wally.
Wow. So you're a speedster now.
Yeah, we're both speedsters now.
Great. Yeah, that's awesome.
Sex in the Speed Force.
Uh-oh.
I thought you'd be more excited than that.
This is the multiverse.
I want to go.
Fascinating. And do you often travel to other Earths?
No, when I have to.
You know it's true. Everything I do it for you.
I don't know Wally can hear you, right? Sorry, Wally. Be safe. Hey, you see anything, Link?
I knew it!
This fool.
It's the miniature Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones much?
We're not going sightseeing.
Neither am I.
Bah! Why does Cisco look like Parappa the Rapper right now? You gotta believe!
Here we come.
This is so interesting. They gotta give Cisco an outfit.
He had one too, that's the weird part. Oh, was that a nod to Jay and Silent Bob?
Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Oh wow. I like how the spears are holding almost look like the Flash symbol.
Flash's logo.
That's
yeah.
cool.
As we change the future, and we're one step closer to saving Iris.
He looks good in that suit actually, with the helmet off. Like,
The hood up, yeah.
I'm just worried about my dad.
she probably has gone through some shit already. She is the only speedster there.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Ah, he's not so humble anymore.
No.
He got too cocky.
Welcome, Caitlin. Knew you'd come.
Damn.
Looks like a beast.
Oh shit.
I like how the statues, also like the statues here in Japan. One with mouth open, one with mouth closed.
Ah, look at all those monkeys. Oh shit! Trial by combat. Oh, Alan.
Harry? You're alright.
Wells,
Mind
you
control.
gotta help us get out of here before the gorillas come back.
Hello, Flash. To live in this hell where I am forced to serve under the rule of Solivar. Who's Solivar? Leader of gorilla kind, ruler of Gorilla City.
Yeah.
Now, it will be Solivar's great honor to kill you himself. But
Sounds good.
How are they not laughing?
if you were to be I rule the gorillas, and I promise to keep them in Gorilla City.
I think it's a fair
We know
deal.
we can trust you.
Oh yeah, Flash gets
Because
I thought maybe part of the reason why you liked me was because you're attracted to speed and not me. I know, okay, but I saw you out there today.
Oreo cookies. Setting on high speed.
beat. Don't give up, Wally.
Oh
Solivar.
shit!
It's like twice Grodd's size, dude.
it is as I feared. The humans court war with gorilla kind.
Oh shit! Keith David! Nice!
Oh!
Why are you here? Study us like animals. Make us your pets.
No. Just let me and my friends go, and I promise we'll never come back here again.
I was gonna say, couldn't he just read minds?
Okay, that's messed up. Grodd was still laying on the ground.
Speedster versus Super Gorilla. Best worst video game ever.
Do you really think that Barry can beat?
Come on, Barry.
Come on, Barry. Great goodness. Ooh.
Shit!
Change of plans, Barry. It's all about the running away.
Yeah, seriously.
He's gonna just stop it, yeah.
Oh, great goodness, with the shockwave.
Ah.
No, it's good. What?
Shockwave.
Oh!
That's on for two.
Barry, it's time to pull a reverse flash. Do it!
Ah!
Oh!
We're
order them to invade your Earth and your city will burn.
You're playing us all the time.
Yes. He was of no use to me anyway.
Damn.
That's messed up. Take him out, he get his speed back.
Like garbage.
Yo, it worked!
It worked.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that was cool, like a train.
You okay?
Good, yeah. I'm sorry you guys missed it.
That did not look like him
That
at
didn't
all.
look at him at all.
At all.
I just forgot how handsome you were. Oh, I forgot. You're still here.
Yeah. Still here.
I guess we have your tactical and technical genius to thank for getting us out of that fix.
No.
Nah. You were completely right about him. He's a total fraud, and he's not even a scientist, and I'm sure you couldn't even remember an ATM code if he tried.
All those numbers, it's only 4 digits. Why is he still here?
Because
That I want to move to Earth 1. What would you think about that?
Yeah! Finally! Sorry, I'm just a little happy about that.
That's what I think.
I'm glad we think alike.
Congratulations, I'm happy for you. Invite me to the wedding. He's gonna be so pissed.
That's the funniest thing he said all season.
After drinks the other night,
You were willing to risk your life for me?
I've been doing a lot of silly things recently. I thought,
I like you, Julian. I do.
you know what really helps me when I'm scared? What?
Sex.
Just a good fillet steak. Bit of béarnaise on the side, mashed potatoes. Does the trick every time.
Really?
I
Is that
promise.
code for sex?
I think we should.
They're gonna have steak together. That's so sweet.
Yeah, okay. Whatever, okay.
Yeah.
Because I plan on living a long life with you. And nothing's gonna take that away from me.
Except Zack
Does
Snyder.
that mean no more nightmares? You're finally gonna get some sleep tonight?
Well, that last part is entirely up to you.
He'll be done in a flash.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yes.
Like I told Flash, always think ahead.
Oh no!
Open the breaches, and very soon, Central City will fall before God.
Okay. So there you have it, folks. That was the latest episode of The Flash, the return to the first time to Gorilla City here. What did we think?
I thought it was an interesting episode. It reminded me part Gladiator, and part Spartacus.
Yeah.
In the conversations that happen in the cages and things of that nature. Of course, being out there in the Coliseum, just Gladiator or whatever. But the shockwave, I thought, was a smart way for him to deal with the Flash running around in circles. My thing is, why didn't he just make or tornado?
Oh, and pick him up.
Yeah, as opposed to doing
Too
it
heavy?
for lightning.
Has he ever lifted anything other than something?
Well, tornadoes lift a lot.
Right, but he causes. But I don't.
Even
think
if it's just to throw him off balance.
Okay.
To attack, maybe. Could have been cool, but I understand, time constraints and dealing with, finances because it's all CG, that kind of stuff. So I thought, all in all, the shockwave was a good way to deal with Barry running at high speed. And I'm hoping that Barry learns a way to overcome that if that ever comes up with another villain.
I was
later in the
surprised.
future.
Like, it seemed like, why did it take him? I guess because it's a bigger circumference, but yeah, why didn't he just do the lightning bolt early on?
Right.
So that was kind of weird, but yeah.
That and maybe to give himself some space, because given the gorilla's quite big.
And
it's actually
moves
quite
fast. Yeah, true. That's true.
So give him some space, man. What did you think?
I thought it was a good. I thought for what they were dealing with, for what kind of budget they were dealing with, like a TV budget, I thought they did fairly well with utilizing the gorillas and moving them around. And I noticed that they were utilizing the whole "I'm gonna speak through a human" a lot. But it worked.
Saved money.
It saved money, but it worked. It worked the first time I saw it in the scene, but then when they kept on doing it, and every time like it's like, let me blank out, and then Grodd's gonna come in there for like one scene.
Yeah.
So wait, does that mean that every time Grodd was just around the corner, like talking, like
thinking about it,
and then he's like, you know what, fucks this every time? Or you could think about it a different way, is in the fact that Grodd was doing a bunch of shit. And he's like, okay, making his way down there gradually. So,
I guess. Speaking through him while he's on the way.
Right, to save time. But it was just kind of like, there was like 2 or 3 scenes they kept on doing it, and he just would come in there for one more moment. I did notice that Grodd actually
come in to flex.
Grodd actually, he had a red eye now.
Yeah. Because he's got the scar going across his eye, and it's all
red. I never noticed that before, so...
Yeah. That was kind of cool, because when first time I saw it, I was like, what is it? Is that blood or is that his eye? It's like, oh dude, that's his eye. That's kind of cool.
Right.
And it's like, Sullivan, I knew that if Grodd's there and he's complaining about not being in control, there's only one other villain that could take that place. And seeing him on screen was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Because he is like twice his size. And in some cases, Flash will have to team with Grodd to take him down, kind of thing. So it's like, all right, that's kind of cool.
Or seems like it might be the other way now. Like Flash will have to team up with
Sullivan to take him down, or they'll just have to take him down altogether.
Right.
Because who's to say that Sullivan's still alive, or maybe they just have him in prison. They don't need him.
That's a good point. Good. Nice little cameo by Keith David. Like,
right.
Such a recognizable voice. I was like, Goliath. Is
right?
that you? Spawn.
Right?
Like that, right? It's
hearing him talk is like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
You couldn't have picked a better voice for that character.
I would say, well, it's funny because now that I think about it, Salivar, I have heard him in, if I remember, he was in the Justice League Unlimited show every once in a while. And, like, he was the white gorilla. And he had a kind of like, like, it was like, it wasn't...
His voice was whimsical.
No, it wasn't. It was like, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but it wasn't menacing.
No.
Or actually both
hearing him. Yeah, Grodd just sounded like, a super intelligent scientist that was going to, teach you chemistry or something.
Right.
But this version of him I thought was cool because he had, not just because he had more bass in his voice, but he actually sounded like he meant business.
But even then, when he first walked in and he was just like...
which one?
I want to keep on saying Savitar, but no. Salivar. Every time he kept on walking in, like I was like, he doesn't seem like that pissed off, like concerned, but more like, oh, wait a second.
Why are you here?
Right. Yeah. So that was kind of interesting, and then when he bitch slapped her.
Yeah, dude.
Or would it be chimp slapped? When he chimp slapped Grodd on the ground, that
was messed up because Grodd laid there.
Right. But it was a good way. It was a good way to sell the scene. Would have been kind of cool to actually see some. I mean, I know it's the budgetary reasons, but it would have been cool to see some of the other apes talking with each other.
Seeing the other gorillas in the crowd would have been cool. Seeing Salivar and Grodd go at it would have been kind of interesting.
I would like to. I hope we get to see that next episode. I am kind of wondering though, because both of them are clairvoyant, or they can read minds. Or no, I think as far as I know, they can't read. They can read minds, or they can just control people.
Well, for the most part, I want to say Grodd can read people's minds up to a certain extent, but I really don't.
Right, because it would have been all too easy just for them to for him to scan everybody's brain and just be like, okay, I can't read, because
I don't remember.
I think they can't, or as far as in the TV version, they can't, because it just would have been too open, and oh, yeah, of course not, because even in previous episodes with Earth 2, Harrison Wells was trying to fake the fact that he was Eobard Thawne to get Grodd on his good side,
I got you,
and it would have been a simple mind read just to, So I think he just can control minds, but he can't read them. Yeah.
You know what? Homework. I'll double check. Double check just because.
But I know what you're saying, because I think in the animated version he could read minds.
Yeah. But I don't remember, because it's been a while to see
the extent of how much he can read.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Salivar. I don't know about Salivar. What his power, like, how come he has the same powers or so? Because I know Grodd was experimented on.
Yes. So it's like, why do they have
very similar powers? So
because it's one of those where, well, Grodd wants to be with like-minded beings, right? Create a way for them to be able to communicate.
That's an interesting theory. Or when the did they ever have an accident?
Not sure where they'll go with this.
In Earth 2, they never had an accident, did they? As
far as I know, no.
Right. Okay.
Homework.
All right, and then Zoom is dead, or kind of, basically dead-ish, zombie-ish. Zoom is dead. Jesse is the only speedster. Right.
Earth 2.
On Earth 2.
That we know of so far.
And
but not the only being connected to the Speed Force, because that would be
Frost is dead as well.
Yes.
I had to we were
it's like, is she dead?
We were talking about it. No, we were talking about it, and then like a few weeks ago, and then people were like, "Yeah, dude, Zoom gutted the shit out of her," and I completely forgot
about it.
And like I ended up looking it up. I'm like, God damn! I even have a reaction on this. Yeah. It was, and I think one of the things was it wasn't really that clear, because they it never lasted that long, because nobody really talked about it afterwards.
No, that, and because realistically, there's just been a lot that's been going on
in that season too.
And from that point until now, there's a lot of time jumping.
I think, for me,
different characters coming in at different points. Like, what happened?
For me, what the deal was Zoom caught the ice blast, shoved it into Killer Frost, but in my mind,
he injured her, but not killed her.
Injured her, or not just that, you just stabbed her with the same thing that came out of her body, and you got her with ice, so maybe it actually made her stronger, or just it knocked her out,
or it knocked her out, or
didn't really kill her,
a lethal effect on her.
That was the way I kind of looked at it. That's the way I kind of looked at it. Was like, okay, we never really see it, and they never really talked about her after that, and so I was just like, oh, she might have escaped, or we'll see her later, or whatever.
I don't think I thought she was dead. She was just, he just knocked her out, or he hit her really hard.
But the dialogue was like, okay,
I have sense
you're right, I don't have any use for you, and then got her like that. I'm like, God damn, and then he just bounced off. He said something to Caitlin, he was like, you tried out with him, and you die, and he just bounced, and it was like,
that's right. That's right. No, now that you're talking about it, it's slowly comes. Oh man,
it was just really such a small step. It was like it just bounced. He was like, okay, it was
bye.
Right. He phased through Caitlin and was just like, boom. Try to get, like, okay, whatever. So, anyways, it's a lot to remember. Like, there was a lot, and we sometimes, especially now with Barry going into the future, we didn't even have to deal with Flashpoint stuff at that time.
No,
so it was a little easier. We were just dealing with 2 different Earths. Now we're dealing with multiverses and
different Earths
and time travel. Flash is getting damn confusing now. Let's move over to the question of the video.
What do you think of Wally and
Jesse? That's actually what I was going to talk about. I actually wanted to talk about. It's kind of weird, because the question of the video for The Walking Dead was, do I think Carol's being kind of selfish and such, living in her own home or whatever? But that's a whole nother deal. I think so, a bit. I think, for short answer is, and a lot of Red Dread Nation chimed in on this, was the fact that in our mind, this has been going on for months and months, because real time it has. But in The Walking Dead, it might have been only like 2 or 3 weeks. So that's a whole other thing. But my question here is that you saw Jesse and Wally, for some of us, finally get back together, or finally get together. I thought there was going to be like sparks fly or something like that. Literally, like, it was kind of just like, whatever. For me, it's whatever, but I think more or less because I see where Jesse was kind of coming from is the fact that Wally is sort of complete now, and it kind of reminds me of something a few girls have said to me in the past is like, you just maybe I thought you just liked me because I'm this characteristic like that. And so when Jesse said it, I couldn't help but laugh. I'm like, so I saw some of myself like Wally. I'm like, do I really like you because you're a certain way, or because of you, like that? Right. And maybe that is an interesting theory. It's like, okay, he was interested in her because she had speed. Force. And maybe Wally has changed her. Wally's, in my mind, I thought Wally was kind of like becoming not really cocky. Yeah, but he's always kind of been
overconfident.
Confident after he got his speed. Beforehand, he was just like, I went speed. Now he's got speed.
Yeah, because before he just whined about it all the time.
Right.
He'd say, grow up here. But now he has his speed. I don't know. I do think that in some parts he could be a little too cocky for her to, deal with in some instances. But I'm hoping that they kind of do away with that side. Not completely, but a little bit, because it can be overbearing.
There's a balance,
come on, balance the character out, because either he's too whiny or overconfident. Bring him back a couple notches in both directions.
He hasn't really had much humanizing, I suppose, right now.
He hasn't had much to do outside of
Barry. When Iris is involved, you kind of see the brother of him come in, and
he's more humble.
Right, but that's just been about it. That's been about it. So it'll be interesting to see. But I guess my question here, and the question of the video would be, because if Jesse is choosing to be with Wally, wouldn't that be extremely selfish of Jesse to leave Earth 2 without a speedster, a hero?
Ooh.
See, you were
I hadn't thought about that.
You were super happy like they were getting together, but in my mind, I'm like, well, who the fuck is going to protect Earth 2?
Well, because I'm one of those people that think, well, there's got to be other heroes there, not just speedsters. So, on our Earth, we have like an Arrow, we have a Supergirl, and all this kind of stuff. So maybe on their Earth, there are other heroes, not just speedsters.
But I think we can all,
which would be kind of cool.
But I think all of us and everyone on Team Flash can argue the fact that
there needs to be a speedster.
Their Speed Force is the most, like, the Speed Force is essentially the force of Star Wars, kind of. You need a protector of the Speed Force in every zone.
Well, maybe there is another speedster. We just haven't been introduced yet.
Yeah, maybe, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it at this moment in time. So, because we have Earth 3, Jay is on there. Right. We have the Flash. We have Kid Flash. Dude, does Earth 1 really need 3 speedsters at this point, So that's a little overboard. We can barely handle 2 speedsters story-wise.
But what would be cool is if Wally and Jesse decide to go to another city or neighboring city to help them out, and occasionally come back over here, so then we focus more on just Barry. Or the two of them end up going to Earth 2 and, spending some time there.
You're going to be funny.
I just want Wally and Jesse to work out in one way or another.
Well, what would be funny is if they put them on, Legends of Tomorrow somehow, then I would actually start really watching the show. Like,
Jesse, you joke, but that would be kind of cool.
Wally and Jesse just cameoing on Legends of Tomorrow or something.
Because right now there's a speedster there. Given it's the reverse, but it's a speedster there.
Actually, there's 2. Cool. Every once in a while, 2 pop up and such. So, I personally, for me, Legends of Tomorrow, I feel...
Needs more speed?
No, I feel just that if they just made that like the B Flash show instead, do the Legion of Doom, Like,
Right?
if they made it like,
That would be so
if they
cool if they could release
changed
a
the
TV
Legends
show.
of Tomorrow
No
to the DC Showcase type of show, and so one episode is Legends of Tomorrow focused, another one is Legion of Doom focused, and then they made a side story with Felicity and her crew.
Or the side story would be all sidekicks.
Something like that.
Sidekicks, that'd be kind of cool.
They did like that. I'd probably be down. Or if they created another show, I'd be down with that as well. Like some sort of DC showcase type show. But I just feel Jessie. That's why originally I thought Jessie was going through the idea of like she feels sad for Wally because he's a speedster now, because he doesn't realize how much responsibility there is in dealing with the Speed Force. But it didn't come to that, and she was some other deal.
No. But she was more like, oh, Wally.
Right. It's not you, it's me type shit. And so, but I was like, okay, so does Jessie not think that being a speedster on Earth 2 is important enough to stay? It was kind of like, it's a little weird to me.
It's like, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go hang out with my boyfriend. Bye.
Yeah, right? Especially after all they did.
See, the downside is, now that you explain it that way, I'm like,
yeah.
Because, they could use a speedster on Earth too. But then, on the optimistic side of me, I'm like, well, I'm sure there's another speedster there, or they gotta introduce at least another one.
I rather...
Wally having a love interest, whether it's consistently on the show or not, him having that counterpart for him, whether she's a speedster or not, I think is cool for his character to grow and develop in a different way, because it's also going more towards him becoming an adult in a different sense.
I rather Wally go to Earth 2 instead. So
I'm okay with them going to Earth 2. But
I'd rather see the adventure. I'd rather see the adventures of Wally on Earth 2. Like Wally and Jessie. Just give us some Earth 2 episodes. That'd be cool on their side DC Showcase spin-off show.
That'd be kind of cool. That, and it does give you a chance to deal with some other villains and characters.
Earth 2 is way more important sometimes. Interesting.
Then you can introduce characters that would eventually form the Teen Titans.
Okay. We get a Black Siren as well. And then more...
or just Titans is fine if you don't want 15 on it.
There's something else that I was going to say about Earth 2, but no, I don't. No, I don't remember what it was, but nah. So, I guess that is about... and I guess the other question would be like, how did a female... I forgot what her name was, but female Vibe... I wonder if they shot these episodes out of order, because Vibe had a costume, but now he ended up going like Parappa the Rapper. It was really weird. Like, he really... I was like, what the hell happened? He just wanted
to make sure that he was warm when he went to the jungle.
I suppose.
With his knit cap.
Yeah, it's like, that was kind of weird.
It was weird.
Even Julian was more prepared for that one. So.
But it's funny when you made the comments like, is that their way of giving a homage to Jane, Silent Bob? Was like, oh, I could see that.
Maybe. I don't know. It was very weird. But
isn't he writing another Clerks movie now?
Perhaps.
I think it's the Clerks.
I suppose the female Vibe. I forgot what her name was though.
Jezebel.
Oh, was it Jezebel? Maybe.
So something like that.
So.
If I get it wrong,
I'm wondering how did she get to Earth 2 as well? Because she's from Earth, Beatnik Earth.
She's got the same power he does.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, did she get snatched like I originally thought in that one episode? Was she snatched somehow? How did they find her?
Oh, that's right, because she had to say that she had killed him.
Right.
And if they found out that she didn't.
Oh, so maybe she was found out and then she had to go live on another Earth basically. Yeah. That might be another way that
I could see that. Or she's jumping from one Earth to another to survive running because she's being chased. I could see that. That'd be kind of cool. Well, not for her, but interesting, because then you could play around with the story.
It was good to see Earth 2 Henry Allen for kind of
like Earth 2 Henry Allen.
Yeah. What? Sorry, Earth 2 Harrison Wells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, did I miss something?
Yeah. Earth 2 Harrison Wells. Kind of. Half the time was him talking through Grodd.
Earth 2 Harrison Grodd.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny. But it was like, the dude's got to be loving this episode because he has so many roles to do. Yeah. But
that was fun.
It was cool to see him around for a bit. Hopefully, we will see what he was talking about. I think even the Flash writers forgot about this, but right before he left, he was like, "Oh, just one more thing, don't." He disappears. Like there was something he wanted to tell Barry. So.
And maybe that has to do with what's supposed to happen in 4 months.
The future.
Because at one point he's standing on top of the building. Like when they show the second or the third time, he's standing on top of the building with his signature rifle that never gets used.
However, he had a hat on at that time, I think.
Yeah.
So we are not sure which Harrison Wells that was.
You know what'll happen? The new one will die, and he'll have to take Earth 2. Harrison Wells will have to come back and take his place. Have his hat, and that's another reason why Jesse and Wally will be okay on our Earth.
That's an interesting theory there. That would be interesting.
And that's his way of saying thank you for the sacrifice for taking his hat.
Earth 2 Harrison Wells did make a good point about, like, why are you here? Like, why are you still here? But I like the fact that kind of worked out and such. And there was something... one other thing is that I couldn't remember, and you guys, Red Nation will have to remind me on this one, is Earth 2 Harrison Wells made some sort of comment about the powers and such, and he was like, "Oh, you have snow powers," and he's like, "I told you that." He said something about that. I told you it wasn't Barry pulled through the mirror or something like that. Do you remember?
I told you. Because he's talking about he knew it was much more than just him and Cisco trying to pull Barry through the mirror when he was trapped. So remember, Barry was trapped in the mirror by Mirror Master.
Yeah.
And the way that they got him out was by freezing it. And he knew that what him and Cisco put together wasn't cold enough to do it. So it needed to be colder. And that's when she did it. Because she touched it and made it colder. And that's how Barry got out.
Wait. That was Earth 2 Harrison Wells?
Yeah.
I thought that was Beatnik one. God damn. I really can't remember which one. Okay, that's what it was.
We've had how many Wells so far? 3? Technically?
4, technically. The original one that died.
Right.
Then the Thawne possessed one. Alright, the DNA one. So
gotcha.
technically. Then we have Earth 2.
And then Earth whatever.
And then actually we did have a plethora of auditioning Harrison Wells, but those don't count. So okay, that was the Mirror Master thing was Earth 2, and then I think he bounced after that. Yeah, okay.
Yikes.
Goddamn,
that's a lot.
All right, guys, till next week with part 2 of Gorilla City in the house. Very Planet of the Apes, and we're just talking about Matt Reeves, the director of Planet of the Apes. Of the
you think that was their way of dropping a hint that hey, maybe you should do the Batman. Maybe you should do that.
It would be dope if you actually did a Justice League movie like that. Like that'd be so dope if they actually had Grodd and they did. Like he would be one of the best. I noticed there was more test. You could see the gorilla's nutsack kind of style more than. I'm just saying. It was something.
It's like I didn't even notice any of that. I noticed gut.
Yeah,
gorilla.
I totally
that's
noticed
cute.
They did it better than Planet of the Apes did, because that was something that they kind of mentioned in the movie. Honest Trailers was like, "Where are the monkey dicks?" like that. Like you never see anything.
I wasn't even looking for it.
So watching it, I'm like, oh, CW had it a little more anatomically correct there. So
okay,
that's the kind of detailed reactor I am.
Yeah,
checking gorilla nut sacks.
The gorilla sack.
Alright, Red Nation, stand up, speak up. Let us know what you guys think about this. We have talked enough. Let us know what you think. Are you excited for part 2? I know I am.
Yes, definitely.
I think the thing you guys all have to remember though is like, it's a TV budget. It's free.
Yeah. That and just mentioning, since there are so many speedsters on Earth 1 now, we're going to need them.
Oh, for
the next episode.
This particular next episode?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I would like to see them take on, I know they had to cut corners for certain things.
Right.
And the main money shot was when
Barry gets smacked across
how he did that,
like,
but yeah.
Blood draw.
Yeah, like how they did that. Okay.
Their homage to Spartacus.
Yeah, I guess so. But it would be kind of cool to see them like
more action,
punching a bunch of apes at the same time and shit, and just give us some of those extra money shots. Especially, that's what I'm getting worried about, is once they start getting into these episodes where you're gonna need a lot of people, like
right.
Speed, like you gotta show off the speedsters like doing their damn thing.
You do.
And, you know, if you look at Young Justice, and when all the speedsters are doing something, it looks fucking awesome.
It does.
But I've noticed that they are cutting small corners, and I feel like we're not gonna get maybe the season finale, if all the speedsters are there, we'll finally get something. But
that would make
right.
an epic shot just to have them standing together.
I'm just saying, there's something that, because, you know, we're only getting it for certain big episodes, but little things like when Jesse and Wally both need to leave, they're just like, we're not even gonna animate this. Let's just cut to the other people, throw some light like that. And then, I mean, I get why they do it, so hopefully they're saving up for something. We only see it in the big episodes, the final episodes, the crossover, like when it was team. Like, some of them were brainwashed. Fighting at Star Labs. That was a great episode. But then
was cool.
But the last episode, because it was in daylight and such, didn't look so good. It was kind of like,
that and lighting tricks, because remember, even when Grodd's walking down the steps when they first see him, there's this huge spotlight directly behind him. It's shining right over his head, and it almost masks part of his body and his face for a couple seconds, and then they blend in. He blends in with the room, the lighting of the room. That's a camera trick. If you notice, there's a lot of shots on a lot of these TV shows where there's this blatantly obvious spotlight that's on the side or directly behind the door. It's shining. It's like, why? That's right, because the set's so small, so they gotta cut corners and stuff, but sometimes it's too obvious.
What I will say is the thing that
I do enjoy the show.
What I do like the most, this is a very small attention to detail, small thing, but every time they're on Earth 2, they always give it a nice brown sepia tone. And
to show that there's a difference between Earth and
and I kind of like that feeling. That's really cool that they keep on plugging it that way. So, all right, enough, guys. We're out.
Keeps it.
Peace.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you